Mr. Silva, good to see you.
Hi, nice to see you.
Jaycoa Silva, right?
Jaycoa Silva.
Jaycoa, gotcha. Jaycoa Silva and Silva. Got it all coming in. Don, we ready? Full steam ahead, Shane's Rib Shack. And everything moving along full steam for a Thursday night. Jaycoa Silva with us. And talk about your position on the offensive line.
I play right guard or left guard, depending on what the coach wants to put me out.
And we talked earlier, some of the guys actually can play about any position. You play left guard or right guard. What is it about, what is the key to playing that guard position?
You just got to remember the plays.
What do you think as far as the guard position goes? What are some of your favorite plays to block for? I mean, you've got a lot of running plays. What are some of the plays you feel like I'm pretty good? Because I was a young one back in the day doing some blocking as a kid football player. Used to love to run those outside plays because I like to kind of pull and get upfield. And it's kind of sometimes just a little stale being right on the offensive line. I take 3 steps forward, block this microphone, and I got to hold that block. And it doesn't get a little old. It's kind of fun to kind of branch out and move upfield occasionally. How about some favorite plays for you blocking wise?
I love to run inside plays when me and the center, Lauren Bibbler, will double the nose and then go straight for a linebacker.
So you kind of double up on that nose guard, take care of business on him, and kind of slide off of him and head to the linebacker next.
Yes, sir.
Good solid stuff today. Shane's Rib Shack, Jaycoa Silva with us. And thinking about Page, what do you see across the line when you look at that Page defense?
Nothing really. I mean, nothing special out there. Just another person in our way.
Just another team kind of in the way on your way maybe to get to the playoffs this year.
Yes, sir.
Is this game, we talk about the Southern Alamance game, how big is this Page game for Grimsley as far as not only a football team, maybe your school, how big is this game?
It's huge. I mean, we haven't beaten Page since about 2006.
About 6 years we're here, and yeah, at least 6 or 7 years. And from your standpoint tomorrow night, how much time, I mean, do you think you'll see? I mean, how does it usually go? I mean, you're going to be slipping in and covering some spots on the offensive line for your teammates. How much time do you expect to see?
A good amount. I expect to play all 4 quarters.
Good deal. So you guys have a pretty good rotation pattern going then.
Yes, sir.
How is that set up? How do they determine when you go in the game to grab one of those guard spots?
It depends on what goes on, because I play defense too.
Okay, gotcha.
So I get in on defense a lot, and we switch in.
Where do your loyalties lie here? Because you're playing with both sides here. Tonight you're here with the offensive line. Where do your loyalties lie? Because there's usually a kid who'll say, well, I'm more of an offensive lineman. Other kids, I'm more of a defensive lineman. How about yourself?
I like to play both. I can't really say there's a position
You love them both then? What do you do on defense? What spot?
I play nose guard.
You are the man then. The nose guard. That is the man, because that guy's the guy that's got to clog it all up. Do you have any little stunts where you go off the sides of the center, anything like that?
Not really. We're a gap sound defense, so we stay in the gap that we're assigned to.
And so you're the nose guard. Do you always line up head up on top of the center, or are you getting those gaps too, you say?
We're in the gaps.
Yeah, you're in the
line up head up on center.
No head up. So it's like a nose guard who's not really on the nose of the center, but kind of in those gaps as well.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a chance to get to the quarterback any?
Yes, sir.
Any sacks?
Not yet.
You're hoping for something, huh?
The Southern Alamance kid is really bad, so I couldn't.
Boy, that Jonathan Lloyd could move, huh?
Yes,
The thing about it was, that was an outstanding team you guys played, but that was also outstanding team that you guys beat. You had to feel good about that win.
Yes, sir.
Busy night for you on defense, chasing those guys?
Yes, it was. I had to switch in because our starting nose, Alize Lewis, hurt his chest, so I had to go back in.
How about from the standpoint of that defense now, on the defensive side of the ball, have you had a chance to get, we talked about no sacks yet, but how about, they got these, see these letters, TFL, tackles for losses. Any of those yet?
No, sir. I get it more as I block the gap for him.
I got you. I played the same way back when I was a kid. Back we played this defensive setup where the defensive line, we talk about this in a lot of Shane Rib Shack shows over the years. You got the tackle, which I played some of that. You line up on the other guy, you block. It's almost like you're blocking the offense, right?
Yes, sir.
And all you're doing is stopping a hole up.
And keeping them off the linebackers.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I'm getting tired of this too. I'm still thinking about that when I was a kid. I hated doing that. It was your job, but what do you want to do more than anything? I want to run around and make these tackles.
Yes, sir, but you can't be selfish.
Yeah, you're right. You got to be what? Disciplined.
Yes, sir.
Man, those are some interesting. It comes out the same way all the time. But that's who's the defensive coordinator now?
Coach Mack.
He's the man in charge.
Yes, sir.
How about the defensive line coach?
The defensive line coach is Coach Chad and Coach Mitchell.
Gotcha. Coach Mitchell. Neil Mitchell. And remember, I call him that because he was the coach at Greensboro College at one time.
Yes, he was.
You guys are lucky. I'd say you're fortunate to still have him around. He's been with you guys a few years now.
Yes, sir. He's a really good coach.
Yeah, very good coach, very level-headed, and got quite a bit upstairs, too.
Very smart.
Very intelligent. How about yourself in the classroom? Talk about this team GPA. Can you help bring that GPA up?
I'm trying.
Yeah?
Trying.
So far, so good?
Yes, sir. With
us again, Jaycoa Silva, and again, senior with the Whirlies. What about in the future? Do you look toward college next year? I mean, everybody does in some way.
Yes, sir. I'd like to play football in college.
Who do you go visit to go see about playing this college football?
I want to go to Haskell University in Kansas.
Okay.
Because my major is over there. I want to major in Native American Studies.
Native American Studies.
Yes,
good
sir.
Stuff. Native American?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's good to hear a little diversity sometimes. That's good stuff. And the name of that university again?
Haskell.
Haskell University. I mean, that's probably a good chance to play there then.
Yes, sir.
Very good. You think about the high school other than Grimsley. Got another school you keep up with, or any following on the other schools?
Not really. I mean, I keep up with Grimsley because it's my school.
Yeah.
Other schools, they're just in the way.
You used that term earlier. I kind of like that. You said the defensive guys are just in the way. Kind of like that approach. What about colleges? Favorite college? I know Haskell's on your chart, but about any other colleges you enjoy
I like
watching?
Carolina.
Tar Heel fan?
Yes, sir.
Are you believing in the Tar Heels tonight? Are you a believer they're going to beat the Hurricanes?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, that game starts at about 7:30, so we're getting closer to the kickoff in Chapel Hill. What about a favorite pro team?
The New England Patriots.
Patriots, and big Brady fan, or just the Patriots?
No, sir, I like Vince Wilfork.
Woolfolk, okay, gotcha. Defensive player?
Yes, sir.
What positions he play?
He plays nose guard.
He's your man, and nose guard right there.
Yes, he is.
So college, you think about the nose guard, try to stay that same position maybe in college?
I would like to, but I'd like to play some guard too.
A little bit of offense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Haskell University, put that on your map there. What about the top teacher at Grimsley? Who's the best leader, educator, teacher over at Grimsley?
I would say Captain Physics, or his actual name is Mr. Corker, but everybody calls him Captain Physics.
Captain, you got him for physics?
Huh?
You have him for physics class?
I had him last year for physics.
Pretty tough?
Yes, sir.
Learned a lot then, right?
Yes, I did.
Good stuff again. Whirly offensive line with us tonight. Shane's Rib Shack. Big game with Paige coming up on Thursday night. Got Jaycoa Silva with us this evening. Native American, I mean, gosh. Any rituals you might do before the game? You're going out there, anything special you might do that might give you a little extra power before the game? Anything like that come up? How about that possibility?
No, sir.
Can you wear anything that might give you a little extra spark for the game? Anything come up?
No, sir. I wouldn't be able to wear anything for it.
Always a possibility. We talked about the best teacher at Grimsley. That's Captain Physics. What do you think the score is going to be in the game tomorrow night?
I would like to say about 42 to 28 at least.
Good ball game, a lot of offense, and it comes out on the end of the Whirlies then, right?
Yes, sir.
What will you be doing in the future, say 10 or 15 years down the road from now?
I would like to get a job doing what Native Americans do on a reservation is called a tribal council, and I would like to be a part of that.
That's interesting. There was an NC State player years ago, but he was from maybe what country he was from. He was also studied to be a high chief of a tribal council. So what about, this is interesting stuff tonight with you. So no professional wrestling in your career?
No what?
No professional wrestling?
No, sir.
You can make a buck off of it. Do well doing that. Now you do a good job. It's going to be interesting. See, so maybe what about these? I'm coming up with all kinds of ideas because you're bringing up some stuff that we don't even usually go into. What about the casinos on the Indian reservations? They bring in a lot of money. Being in charge of something like that?
I don't think I'd be able to do that because a lot of the casino owners, they're just over their head and they don't respect their culture away.
So you don't think the money is probably going distributed correctly then?
No, sir, it's not.
Well, they talk about all the money they make and how each family or each group is supposed to get a certain amount of money, but like you say, probably a lot of money going under the table in that situation.
Yes, it is.
Well, listen, putting the money on the line tomorrow night, you said 49-28?
Yes, sir.
What will you do to make sure that game turns out like that?
Just block and maybe I can hit the quarterback this time.
Dominique Britt and public enemy number 1, Jalen Gavin. You remember Jalen, I'm sure,
Yes,
from there.
sir.
Got to get to him. We would have an arm wrestling contest, but I hurt someone last year, so they threatened me with a lawsuit, so I better let you go on that. Good job tonight.